In the can! With Dr. Beaver!
You're in the can.
All right, here is an email from Marco. Doc, I saw where a penetrating oil can melt a cup. Does it have acid in it?
Well, Marco, it doesn't have acid in it, but some penetrating oils are designed to have extremely high solvency, which means they can attack paint. They act just like a paint stripper. What we do with the penetrating oil is a little bit different. It's a more balanced approach, and the best way to explain it is with this diagram. Right here's a diagram of a bolt screwed into an engine block, for instance.
Very nice. Did you draw that yourself?
Yeah, afraid so. You get what you pay for. When you first put a bolt, in this diagram shown here, into an engine block, you've got a gap here between the threads, and you could take it out tomorrow and it'd come right out. Over the course of weeks, months, or years, a corrosion layer, drawn here in red, develops between the threads. And that's why you need a penetrating oil. That corrosion keeps you from being able to remove that bolt easily. For any penetrating oil, you want a balance. You want a high lubricity because you need to be able to get lubrication down in there to allow you to back that bolt out of the engine block or the nut off of the swing set, for instance. You need low viscosity because it's got to be able to penetrate through that corrosion all the way down the length of the threads. And you need medium solvency because it's got to cut through grease, soil, and corrosion to get down through there. Too high a solvency, and you get that stuff that eats the styrofoam cup and strips paint.
Aha.
The catch is to have enough solvency to do the job, but not too much. That's why having the right tool for the right job is important. And with Liquid Wrench penetrating oil, we've designed it to have low odor. That high solvency stuff smells to high heaven. We've designed it to be safe for paint. It doesn't evaporate, which means you don't have to keep spraying it on every 5 minutes for an hour and a half to get it to do its job. It's non-staining, so it's safe for use around the home. And most importantly, it's effective because we've balanced high lubricity with low viscosity and medium solvency. So you get an easy to use product that's the right tool to take apart bolts and nuts that are frozen up with corrosion and crud.
Awesome.
I'll show you how that works.
Okay.
Here are a couple prime examples of what you'd use a penetrating oil for. One's to get a spark plug out of the engine block of this chainsaw. You just apply the oil at the base of the spark plug hex, which is where the threads start.
Yep.
It'll soak down in over the next 10 or 15 minutes, come right out with the socket. Another example, and this looks a lot like the diagram up there, is the frozen up adjuster on a set of vice grips. So it's threaded down into the body of the vice grip. You'd spray some of the Liquid Wrench on those threads, and you could use a dropper bottle as well to apply it precisely. It soaks down through the threads and loosens it right up. And it's low odor too.
Yeah.
And
Fantastic.
if you get some overspray, it's not going to eat up the paint.
Lovely. Well, if you have something that you are trying to get unstuck, go to tinkernation.com and ask the doc.
In the can! With Dr. Beaver!